There are moments in life when everything crumbles right before our eyes. Dreams that once seemed within reach suddenly slip away. The people we trusted walk away. The goals we worked so hard for become distant, and the fire inside us slowly fades. We feel lost, shattered, and powerless. The world doesn't stop for our pain. It keeps moving forward, leaving us behind in silence. And in that silence, a voice whispers, "Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I should just give up." But listen to me carefully. Being broken does not mean you are defeated. Being broken is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your greatest transformation. Pain is not your enemy. It is your teacher. The struggles, the failures, the heartbreaks, they are not here to destroy you. They are here to shape you into someone stronger than you ever imagined. Think about this. A sword is forged through fire. A diamond is created under immense pressure. Every powerful warrior in history has faced moments of complete destruction. But what made them legends was their refusal to stay down. So if you feel broken today, remember this: your pain is temporary, but your strength is permanent. You are not defined by how many times you fall, but by how many times you rise. The world may try to break you, but only you decide whether you stay down or fight back. Because no matter how broken you feel, you are not defeated. You are just getting started. Introduction: 400 to 500 words. Life is a battlefield. No one walks through it without scars. Some people face failures so massive that they begin to question their very existence. Some lose loved ones, some lose opportunities, and some lose faith in themselves. At some point, we all feel broken. And when that happens, it feels like there is no way out. Like the world has turned its back on us, and no matter how hard we try, we just keep falling deeper into darkness. But here's the truth: brokenness is not a weakness. It is proof that you are still fighting. If you feel pain, it means you are alive. If you feel lost, it means you are searching. And if you are still searching, that means your journey is not over. The pain you feel today is not here to destroy you. It is here to prepare you for the greatness that lies ahead. History is filled with stories of people who were once broken, but refused to be defeated. They turned their pain into power, their failures into fuel, and their struggles into strength. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Walt Disney was told he had no imagination before he built an empire. What if they had given up when they felt broken? What if they had let their failures define them? The truth is, life will break you, but it is up to you whether you let it destroy you or rebuild you. In this video, I will share the inspiring stories of people who hit rock bottom, but fought their way back. People who prove that being broken is not the end, it's the beginning of something greater. Their journeys will show you that no matter how dark things may seem, you have the power to rise again. Because you are not defeated. You are just in the process of becoming unstoppable. In the late 1920s, a man named Harlan Sanders was struggling to make ends meet. He had worked multiple jobs: firefighter, insurance salesman, and even a ferry boat operator, but nothing seemed to work out. By the time he was in his 40s, he had finally found some stability running a small restaurant in Kentucky. People loved his fried chicken recipe, and he took great pride in it. But just when things seemed to be going well, disaster struck. A new highway was built that completely bypassed his restaurant. His customers disappeared overnight, and within months, he was forced to shut down his business. At the age of 65, Harlan found himself broke, living off a small government check, and wondering if his life had amounted to nothing. Most people at his age would have given up, but he refused to let failure define him. Instead of feeling sorry for himself, he decided to take a risk. With nothing but his secret chicken recipe and an old car, he started driving across the country, knocking on doors of restaurants and offering them his fried chicken recipe in exchange for a small percentage of the profits. He was rejected over 1,000 times. Restaurant owners laughed at him, turned him away, and told him he was wasting his time. But he didn't stop. He kept going, kept knocking, and kept believing. And finally, after more than 1,000 rejections, a restaurant agreed to try his recipe. That small decision sparked a chain reaction, and within a few years, his chicken recipe became legendary. That man was Colonel Harlan Sanders, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. Harlan Sanders was broken many times, by failures, by financial struggles, and by countless rejections. But he refused to be defeated. He proved that age, failure, and rejection mean nothing if you refuse to quit. So, if you feel like life has shut all doors on you, remember this: every rejection, every failure, and every hardship is just another step towards your success. Keep going, because you are not defeated. You are just getting started. In 1962, a little boy named Dick Hoyt was born in Massachusetts. Unlike other children, Dick's son, Rick, was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. The doctors told him that Rick would never walk, talk, or live a normal life. Many people advised him to send Rick to a special care facility and move on. But Dick Hoyt refused to accept that his son was broken. Instead, he chose to fight. He and his wife spent years teaching Rick how to communicate using a computer. And one day, Rick told his father something that would change both of their lives forever. He said, "Dad, I want to run a marathon." Now, think about this for a second. A boy who couldn't even walk wanted to run a marathon. Most people would have said, "It's impossible." But Dick wasn't like most people. Instead of saying no, he said, "Let's do it." At the age of 37, Dick, who had never been a runner, started training. When the marathon day came, he pushed Rick's wheelchair the entire 26.2 miles. They crossed the finish line together, proving that limitations exist only in the mind. That one marathon turned into a lifelong journey. Over the next few decades, Team Hoyt participated in over 1,100 races, including marathons, triathlons, and even the Ironman, a grueling 140.6-mile race. Dick swam, biked, and ran for hours while carrying his son, just to show the world that nothing is impossible. Most people would have seen Rick's condition as a permanent defeat. But his father believed otherwise. He proved that love, determination, and resilience can overcome any obstacle. So, the next time you feel like giving up, remember Team Hoyt. If a father can push his son through thousands of miles, what's stopping you from pushing through your struggles? Because being broken is not the end. It's just a challenge that you have the power to overcome. Life will break you. It will push you to your limits. It will test your patience, your strength, and your will to keep going. You will fail. You will be rejected. You will lose things that matter to you. And at some point, you will feel like giving up. You will question yourself. Is it even worth it? But let me remind you, every great comeback starts with a breakdown. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who never struggle. They are the ones who refuse to let their struggles define them. Failure is not the end. Rejection is not the end. Pain is not the end. The only thing that can truly defeat you is if you decide to quit. Look at Colonel Sanders. He was 65, broke, and rejected over 1,000 times. But he built a global empire because he refused to give up. Look at Dick Hoyt. He could have accepted his son's condition as a limitation, but instead, he chose to defy the odds and inspire millions. Their stories prove one thing: no matter how broken you feel today, you can rise again. Now, it's your turn. Maybe you're facing rejection. Maybe you've lost someone you love. Maybe your dreams seem too far away, and no matter how hard you try, nothing seems to work. But hear this loud and clear: you are stronger than you think. The pain you feel today is temporary, but the strength you gain from it will last forever. So take a deep breath, wipe away the doubt, and stand up again. Because you are not defeated. You are just getting started.